Happy holidays and welcome to our KVUE Retrocast, a look back at one of our newscasts from the past. In just a moment, you'll see an entire half-hour special Christmas broadcast from our KVUE News archives, commercials and all. We hope you enjoy turning back the clock with us as we revisit a holiday season from long ago.
Good evening and welcome to Christmas, a Texas Tradition 1985. A special presentation to your family from our family at KVUE TV.
You know, there's always a special kind of magic at Christmas time. And here in Central Texas, we add our own flavor and spice to our holiday celebrations.
Whether it's roasting chestnuts over an open fire or slicing a good old piece of pecan pie, Christmas is a Texas tradition.
And on this Christmas Eve, we'd like to share with you some of the way that your neighbors help to fill the air with the spirit of Christmas.
How do you get that feeling of Christmas? Well, most of us agree it's by giving. Tonight I'd like to introduce you to a group of people who literally make Christmas for dozens of Central Texas families. They're called the Hill Country Christmas Bureau, and here's how they work.
It begins with volunteers, about 150 of them. They make up the Hill Country Christmas Bureau, collectors of toys, food, and clothing. This space in the Anderson Mill Shopping Center is filled with gifts and lots of love just days before Christmas. Today's delivery is for a family of 7. If it weren't for the Hill Country Christmas Bureau, 250 families in the Williamson County area wouldn't see Christmas in 1985. Once the truck is crammed with goodies, the delivery is on. Today's destination, the home of Doug and Karen Cohen. Doug cannot read or write and is now looking for a job. The tree, the food, the furniture, and the gifts will all make for a real Christmas for their 5 children, all thanks to the Hill Country Christmas Bureau.
Santa Claus is coming to town. He's making a list and checking it twice.
Would you leave me something good to eat?
Yes.
Like what?
Macaroni.
Beans?
And some more bubble gum for him. And something else for you too.
I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town.
Some blue jeans. That's all. A play typewriter.
Oh, a play typewriter.
A hug-a-bunch.
A hug-a-bunch?
Dolls that toddle and coo, elephants, boats, and kitty cars too. Santa Claus is coming to town. The kids in girl and boy land will have a jubilee. Santa Claus is coming to town.
The biggest and brightest lights up the sky in just a moment.
HEB makes coming home for the holidays even more special with Western Chef Deli values. Our Western Chef Deli helps you share the joy of the holidays in so many delicious ways. From imported meats and cheeses, baked ham and tender roast beef, to complete dinners and lavish party trays, we have everything you need to plan the perfect celebration. Plus, you'll find a tempting assortment of unique gift baskets, all perfect for Christmas giving. Visit our Western Chef Deli and make the most of the holidays.
A lot of Christmases have passed since that picture was taken, but one thing hasn't changed, and that is my love of the bright lights and colors of Christmas. These days, I don't have to go any further than Zilker Park, and that's what my story is all about, the Zilker Park Christmas tree. My helpers, the Molly Dawson Elementary School Choir, under the direction of Lois Wells.
For me, one of the best things about the Christmas season is that feeling of warmth, family members getting together, the smell of cooking and baking from the kitchen. I grew up with the smell of Christmas cookies and roast turkey, but many Mexican Americans grew up with the smell of tamales. It's a traditional Mexican food and one that brings families together in a season of sharing.
East Austin was the scene this year for the second annual Tamale Cook-Off, a chance for tamale chefs to show off their best home-cooked tamales. In many Mexican families, tamale making, as well as secrets about other Mexican dishes, are handed down through the generations. In many cases, entries this year were the result of family gatherings. Judges sat down to eat tamales made in small kitchens by, in some instances, 4 generations of Austinites. It's a tradition that has survived many changes in the Mexican culture.
Traditionally, when Mexican people get together, it's always food and music, right? And we continue that tradition with tamales and anything else that comes up.
Tamale making is an art in itself. It takes a skilled hand to mix the masa to the right consistency, add filling, and wrap it lovingly in a corn shuck. But contest judges had their own ideas about what makes a good tamale.
I look for some good taste in the pork, well fixed, well mixed, spices, that's all important. And put it all together and it makes a good tamale.
I think you kind of look for the texture and the taste of the meat and the color and the spices that are in it, and it takes a combination of all those things. And I think everybody has a different taste.
The traditional tamale filling is pork, and the reason Christmas became a tamale-making season is that that's when pigs were slaughtered. Contestants this year also entered chicken tamales and vegetarian tamales with such things as broccoli and mushrooms. But regardless of the filling, it's the togetherness and joy of tamale making that keeps it a tradition in the Christmas season.
While the smells of Christmas may come from the kitchen, the sights and sounds can only come from a snowy village full of carolers and horse-drawn sleighs. There's a village just like that right here in Austin. Let's go visit.
This is what Christmas dreams are made of. A storybook village with warm, brightly lit windows, sparkling Christmas trees, carolers, and lots of snow. But as real as it looks, it's actually a tiny village built of ceramic, wire, 15 cans of artificial snow, and a lot of love. Ed and Beverly Zwanziger started the village 4 years ago with just 7 buildings. Now it fills their living room with 120 square feet of tiny surprises. Look closely and you'll see rosy-cheeked cherubs warming themselves by a bonfire, Santa's cottage where a fire burns cheerfully inside and elves celebrate outside, Flying high above the snowy village are Rudolph and the other reindeer guiding Santa's sleigh. And if you look even closer, you'll catch a little Zwanziger humor, an encounter between a skunk and a puppy. With all this, the village has not stopped growing.
We'll sit and have a cup of coffee and look at it, and one of us will have an idea and kind of like say, what do you think about? And the other one will say, oh, no.
The Zwanzigers like to share their village with others. Last year, 500 visitors saw the tiny city.
If we can't share it, it doesn't mean anything. If I had my way, the whole world should see it.
We'll turn back the pages for a traditional look at Christmas next.
This is a mighty nice Christmas tree. But it doesn't look much like the one at my house because every year we take an axe out in the back pasture and chop down some scraggly old cedar tree to drag home and decorate. And every year I say, next year I'm going to buy one. Never happens because chopping our own tree is a family tradition. For tradition, few people can hold a candle to the Germans in the Texas Hill Country. And photographer Kurt Lang and I were privileged to see just how they celebrated Christmas 70 years ago.
You know, some people say Christmas is for the young, but it's really for the young at heart, and it can bring joy into the lives of people of all ages.
You know, Judy, nothing seems to inspire the spirit of the holidays quite like Christmas music. And that's why the Caswell House opens its doors this time of year to young and old to share in that Christmas music.
It's called the Caswell House Outreach Party, and it's meant to do just that. Reach out to people in the Austin area who might not otherwise have the chance to experience the sights and sounds of Christmas. The sweet sound of youthful voices brought joy into the lives of these elderly Austin folks and even sparked some memories.
It brings back the years when I had small children. The years slip by. But Christmas is still what it always was. Time for families, a time for church, a time for being thankful for what we have, I think.
We love young people, and when we get a chance to hear them at Christmas, their sweet young voices are so clear and pretty, it makes us feel good. It really does.
Christmas bells are ringing. Join in the singing after this.
Hilteen Manor Funeral Chapel, interregional at 30th, adjacent to downtown Austin. Understanding people, serving the greater Austin area at any hour.
Hi, everybody. I'm Joan London, inviting you to be here Christmas morning when my co-host Ben Vereen and I, and these other characters, bring you the happiest show of all, the Walt Disney World Very Merry Christmas Parade on ABC. Right, Ben?
Right, Joan. From Epcot Center to the Magic Kingdom, there'll be 90 minutes of Disney holiday magic live from Florida. Join us for all the fun and fantasy of the Walt Disney World Very Merry Christmas Parade.
Christmas morning here in Central Texas on 24 KVUE TV.
You can feel it. A fast start, quick response, and smooth performance.
Running smooth and silent. Exxon.
Try Exxon Extra Premium. Its high-octane power formula with detergent additive XCL12 cleans fuel injectors, helps silence knocks, and keeps you running smooth.
Running with the Tiger. Exxon.
Christmas Eve and I've got my toughest assignment ever. I've got to introduce Santa Claus. Why is it tough? Let me tell a little story. Well, tonight is Christmas Eve and most kids are leaving out milk and cookies for Santa. I don't know if it was my parents' love of Europe or just being from Los Angeles. Anyway, my sister and I, we left wine and cheese. Of course, the next morning, both were gone, but you know, I kind of felt guilty. I wondered after he visited our house if Santa might have missed a few kids because he drank the wine and ate the cheese. To those kids, I want to apologize. Santa?
Thank you, Peter, and a Merry Christmas to you. Well, boys and girls, I hope you're ready. The elves have been working hard, the sleigh is packed, and the reindeer are excited and raring to go. We're going to be coming by real fast tonight, so if you hear the reindeer on the roof or the sleigh bells, just pull up the covers and go back to sleep. In the morning, you'll find some surprises. And speaking of surprises, don't forget to put out the fire before you go to sleep tonight. And leave us some cookies out. We're partial to chocolate chip. I want to thank all you children, parents, and everyone who's made my stay here in Austin so jolly. I've really enjoyed the special moments we've had together. And remember, the toys and presents are awfully exciting and lots of fun, but they're only one way of showing the love and appreciation we have for one another. Smiles and hugs work just as well all year long. From all of us at the North Pole, Merry, Merry Christmas and the happiest of New Years.
We hope you've enjoyed tonight's presentation of Christmas, a Texas tradition.
And now the family of KVUE would like to wish your family a very Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.